It's summertime, guys, and you know what that means. If you are a parent like me, our kids are out of school for the next couple of months, which makes for very tired moms. We always feel tired and we're always looking tired. So I wanted to share a couple of little tips and tricks with you that I like to personally do to take away that exhausted look, bring a little life back to your face, and just help you look more fresh and awake. One of the first tricks that I like to do is pick up a little pack of these gel eye masks. I actually got these at TJ Maxx for $3.99, and it comes with 6 pairs of little eye gels. And I keep them in my refrigerator. It keeps them very nice and cold. So when you put them underneath the eye area, just that coolness helps with puffiness and swelling. And I like to put them on while I'm doing the rest of my makeup, or sometimes I'll put them on and brush my teeth or dry my hair and let them sit for about 10 minutes, and it will really help to depuff around the eye area. And these are anti-wrinkle hydrogel under eye masks with collagen and lavender. So, but again, I mostly just use them for the cooling effect to help with puffiness and swelling around the eye area. So you can see they come in this little soft gel form. All right, so I'm gonna let these sit for about 5 or 10 minutes. And again, the cooling sensation from them from being in the refrigerator will help with the swelling, the puffiness around the eye area. And usually at this time, I'll dry my hair, I'll brush my teeth, and just let them work their magic. Time to take off the eye gels. So I'm gonna just remove these, and the eye area is gonna be nice and hydrated and nice and soft. And then what I like to do is just make sure I massage in the excess serum that's left over. All right, so the next thing that I like to do is a no-brainer. Everybody and their mother does this, which is concealer. But concealer really is the best way to brighten up around the eyes, take away any discolorations, and just even out the skin tone around the eye area. I keep talking about the eyes because mostly that's where we're gonna be focusing. If you're tired or you're sleep deprived, obviously your eyes is the first place that it's gonna show up. I have several concealers that I do love very much, but the one I'm gonna use today is by ColourPop. If you watched my Ulta haul video that I did last month, this is something that I got on my shopping trip at Ulta, and I have been loving this concealer. This is their no filter concealer. I know it sounds crazy, but there is a right and wrong way to apply concealer. So normally when I see people do concealer, they're just doing that half moon, you know, right under the eye area here. But what you don't want to forget is that you actually want to pull the concealer down. You want it to be almost in a triangle shape. That way it will highlight the whole underneath area down into the rest of the face instead of just having that lighter streak right under the eye. Also, you want to make sure that you conceal on top of the lid as well. The skin around our eyes is very thin. We have lots of blues, purples, pinks, lots of different tones. Sometimes you can even see your veins. So making sure that you're evening out the entire eye area, the eyelid underneath, and almost bringing it down on top of the cheekbone will really help give you that highlighted effect and give you a little bit more of that well-rested look that you're going for. After I conceal, I like to go ahead and set my concealer pretty fast. I don't want it to have time to crease or settle in any of the fine lines that I have. So once I get everything blended around the eye, I go ahead and make sure that I get everything set pretty quickly. I have been loving the Brighten Up powder by Essence. This is like a matte highlighting powder, but you can set your concealer with anything that you want, a loose powder, a compact. I just personally like to use anything that will give a little bit of an extra brightness around the eyes. I have a lot of discolorations and darkness in bags. I don't sleep. So things like this essence powder, the Brighten Up powder, work really well for me, and it's very thin. It's not heavy, so I don't feel like it looks cakey or anything around the eyes. Alright, so I threw on some eyebrows real quick and a little bit of foundation just to kind of blend everything together. But what I've done so far is the cooling eye gels and a little bit of concealer, and set the concealer with brightening powder. Again, we're focusing mostly on the eye area because when you're tired, that's the place that it shows up. So the next little trick that I like to do sometimes is using a nude pencil. This one is by NYX. It's called their Wonder Pencil. You can use it in the eye area. You can use it for a lip liner around the outside of the lips to keep your lips from bleeding. This is a really neat little universal product you can use for so many different things. So I have really bad allergies, like really bad, and my eyes are always watering, they're itching, and they're always red. So using a flesh toned eyeliner to cover up the redness in the waterline will help to brighten up your eye area and make the whites of your eyes seem so much brighter. It cancels out any pink or blue tones that you might have. So normally what I do is I will take it and actually work it right here on the inside of my waterline. It's gentle enough, it doesn't irritate my eyes or anything, and it's really smooth, so it glides nice and soft. It's not gonna tug or grab. I normally just pull down a little bit and work it along the inner rim of the eye. Again, this just cancels out any pink or red tones that you might have. My next little tip is eyeliner, and I want you guys to not be scared to use eyeliner, but just be careful when you're using it, because sometimes if you're using too much or you're too heavy-handed with it, it can actually make the circles and the darkness around your eyes a little bit more pronounced and stand out more versus taking that away. So just make sure if you're trying to freshen up and brighten around the eye area and you want to look a little bit more well-rested, sometimes less is more, and don't go too heavy with your shadow or your eyeliner. I'm not actually going to line the top or the bottom of the lid, but what I am going to do is take a black eyeliner. You can also do this with brown, but I'm going to take it and rim right underneath the top lashes. I know it sounds really scary and kind of weird, and creating that barrier and that line of definition between your lashes and your eyeball, it kind of creates that border where the whites of your eyes are a lot more crisp and vibrant, and it makes your lashes look a lot thicker too. And it's just a great way to brighten up the eye without going too heavy on top with the eyeliner. When I do it, I like to start on the outside corner here and work my way in. It's a lot easier and you have more control if you work from the outside to the inside. So I'm just gonna start right underneath here and blend it. And it does take a little bit of practice a couple times before you feel comfortable. But once you get the hang of it, it's really easy and fast. And it's such a great way to make your lashes look thicker and just make your eyes pop and look more awake. And my last little tip is mascara. The only thing that I do want to point out about mascara is that you should be using black, especially if you want to brighten around the eyes and look more awake. The black just really creates that contrast between the whites of the eyes and your lashes, and it really just opens everything up. You can definitely use other colors, but for the best brightening effect, I would definitely go with black. Alright guys, that's it. Pretty quick and easy. I just wanted to show a couple of things that I like to do to freshen up around my eyes and give me a little bit more of that well-rested look. Good news is most of this stuff you guys probably already have at home. It's just knowing the right ways to use them. The only things that you may not have are the cooling eye gels and the nude eyeliner pencil. Just remember, less is more sometimes, and we really want to highlight and brighten and lift, and just knowing the right way to apply all of the product. But anyway, until next time, I will see you guys soon, and may the peace be with you this summer. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Bye.